Hey, it's Melissa with Sweetbriar Bison Ranch near Mandan, North Dakota. You may have seen our video a couple of days ago featuring our new bison bull. We got him from Bev and Ernie Fischer of Fischer's Bar 33 Bison Ranch in Selfridge. They bring in bison from all over the country, and every December they have a big bison sale right there at the ranch. They have a great facility, they bring in a lot of great animals, so check that out if you can. Be looking for those dates in December. The other part of this venture is that we had to make the really tough decision to part with Winston. As many of you know, I raised him from a calf of about 2 days old, and I'm pretty attached to him. That said, when you hand raise a wild animal, they completely lose their fear of humans. Sometimes that's a good thing, but with a 1-ton wild animal, it can become a dangerous situation. I knew from the start that we may have to part with him eventually, but decided to give it a go anyway because I couldn't pass up the opportunity or the experience of raising him. All in all, the good far outweighed the bad, and we had many great times with Winston. Friends and family were always excited to come and see him, and we made many new friends because of him. People were always so amazed that they could get so close to a real buffalo and even pet him and hand feed him. And of course, Winston was always happy to get treats and attention. While Winston wasn't mean, he could be a handful. Think of him as a toddler throwing a tantrum when he didn't get his way, and that can be very dangerous. He couldn't do much damage to the steel panels, but it was when he started messing with our wire fence that it became a real problem. Our fence is pretty formidable. It's 6 feet tall with 3 barbed wires and 3 electric wires, and he knew which was which. He would get in there with his horn and just pull on the barbed wire until either the staples came out or the wire broke, and we had both happen on different occasions. Luckily, I could always redirect him and get him to go do something else. We also built him a couple of buffalo playstations to divert his attention away from the fence and kind of give him something to do so he wouldn't be bored. And he sure made good use out of those. Becoming very clear that the only way to safely hold him was to outfit the entire facility with steel panels. We didn't think it was feasible to make such a big investment for one ornery buffalo, no matter how much we loved him, so we went over our options. I thought of donating him to a zoo or a sanctuary, but realized that that would be too dangerous. The worst option, and the one I still have a really hard time saying out loud, was to harvest him, and we came very close to doing that. That's the reality of raising livestock, no matter how hard it is. I couldn't sleep for days thinking about that, and then one evening Beth Fischer sent me a text and said, "We'll take Winston, he can come live out his days here on the ranch." Needless to say, I was very relieved at hearing that, although still a little sad at having to part with him. They have the perfect setup. Their entire facility is enclosed with steel panels, and that's exactly what's needed to hold him. Now all we needed to do was load him up and take him down there. At first that seemed like kind of a daunting task because we don't have a handling facility yet. But luckily I halter broke him and trained him to go in the trailer when he was young, knowing that someday we'd need to load him up for one reason or another. Jeff made an alley with some steel panels and added a gate to close him in. Then all I needed to do was stand in the trailer, and with a little coaxing, he came right in. When we arrived at bar 33, I was a little nervous. I didn't know how he would act, but we backed up to the corral and opened the gate, and he sauntered off the trailer like he owned the place.
Come on, Bubs. Yeah, come on. Winston.
You're just checking everything out. New smells, new people. There's a... Hey, Winston. Yeah. Hi, Winston.
There's my boy. Come on, you're all right.
Okay, Melissa started with Winston and then sold her puppers.
The whole thing was bittersweet, but I can rest easy knowing that they'll take good care of him and that he'll make a good addition to their breeding program. Best of all, he won't be able to get out and hurt anyone. Plus, they said I could come visit him anytime I wanted to, and I'll definitely be taking them up on that. On another very exciting note, we had our first calf of the season in the wee hours of the morning on Monday. I don't know if it's a heifer or a bull yet, but I should be able to get close enough in the next couple of days to take a look. That's all we have for now. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates.